So second problem is given that e power x into sin x equal to 1. Okay, so this implies that e power x into sin x minus 1 equal to 0. Always rewrite the given equation f of x equal to 0 form, and then choose the function f of x as left hand side function e power x into sin x minus 1. Okay, so then what is f of 0? F of 0 is minus 1 negative, and what is f of 1? E into sin 1 minus 1. What is this value in decimals? Can you tell me? Are you there? What is E sin? What is
1.3056.
3056 greater than 0? Now also the function is continuous function. Why it is a continuous function? Can you tell me? E power x is continuous, sin x is continuous, exponential function is continuous everywhere, trigonometric sin x is continuous everywhere, product of two continuous functions is continuous, and one is a constant function which is continuous everywhere. So difference of two continuous functions is also continuous. Therefore it is continuous for all real values of x, and hence it is also continuous from 0 to 1. Okay, so you write like this. Therefore f of 0 is negative, f of 1 is positive. That means f of 0 into f of 1 is less than 0, and f of x is continuous. F of x is continuous on closed interval 0 to 1. Okay, this implies that f of x equal to 0 has a root in between 0 and 1. Okay, so the previous one is an algebraic equation, this is a transcendental equation. Okay, so you're asked to find out an approximate root corrected to 3 decimals. Keep that in mind. Okay, so apply bisection method. Apply bisection method by choosing a1 equal to 0, b1 equal to 1, a1 equal to 0 and b1 equal to 1. Okay, so again prepare the table. Okay, so iteration number n, an cn is equals to an plus bn by 2. Next bn sines f of an sine, f of cn sine, f of bn sine. In the first iteration a naught is 0 again, a naught a1 is 0, b1 is 1, f of a1 is negative, f of b1 is positive. Now find out the midpoint. What is the midpoint? 0 comma 1 midpoint is 0.5000. So find out f of c1 sine. Okay, is it positive or negative? Positive, huh? Is it positive or negative? E power 0.5.
Negative.
Negative, huh? Are you sure? That's what I'm telling you. If you do any mistake here, then all the subsequent calculations is going to be wrong. Is your angle in radians? Is it negative value? What about others?
Yes, sir, negative.
So when it is negative, then the root lies in between C1 and B1. So what is your new interval? C1, B1 means what? 0.5 and 1. Copy the signs here, negative, positive. Find out the midpoint. What is the midpoint of 0.75? Find out f of C2. Find out f of C2 sign. Positive, huh? Is it positive?
Yes, sir. Yes,
So
sir.
when it is positive, I need to select the left half interval. That is A2 C2. That means A2 means what? 0.5. C2 means what? 0.75. Copy the signs, negative, positive. What is the midpoint?
0.6250.
6250. Find out f of C3 sign.
Negative.
Negative. In that case, I have to. Is it negative? Because I know the answer, that's why. Please check again.
Sir, I got it as positive.
That's what. Is it positive or negative? Please double check. That's why I said you have to be very careful. Positive or negative? Positive. Huh? Shall I fix it as positive? In that
Yes,
case,
sir.
I have to select the left half interval. So again, that means A3, C3. A3 is 0.5. C3 means 0.6250. Negative, positive. Midpoint.
0.5625.
562. F of C4.
Negative, sir.
Please check. Is it negative?
Negative.
Negative only?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So then I will select this. I have to select the right half interval, right? So in that case, what is that? C4, P4. What is C4? 0.5625. B4 is 0.6250. Negative, positive. Midpoint.
0.5938.
5938. Negative or positive? F of C. Positive. So left half interval. Now you see here you got 1 decimal place of accuracy, but that is not reliable. You need at least 2 decimal place of accuracy. So left half interval means 0.5625, 0.5938, negative positive, midpoint
0.5782.
F of C6.
Negative, sir.
Negative. So right half interval. So C6 B6. C6 is 0.5782. B6 is 0.5938. Negative positive. Midpoint
0.5860.
60. F of C7. Negative.
Negative, sir.
So 0.5860, 0.5938, negative positive, midpoint
0.5899.
Now you can see you got 2 decimal place of accuracy, right? But we are asked to find out 3 decimal place of accuracy. So we need to proceed the calculations. Compute F of C8. 2 decimals are equal in 2 consecutive approximations.
Positive, sir.
Positive. So if it is positive, then I have to select the left half interval. So ninth iteration, that means A8 C8 0.5860, 0.5899, negative positive.
0.5880.
5880. Okay. I think maybe by the next iteration you will be able to get 3 decimal place of accuracy. Compute F of C9. Negative. So for the next iteration, you have to select the right half interval. So it is going to be right half, okay? 0.5880, 0.5899, negative positive. What is the midpoint?
0.5890.
90. Should we carry out one more iteration? 3 decimals are not matched, no? Yet. So compute f of C10.
Positive, sir.
Positive. Left half, that means 0.5880, 0.5890.
0.5885.
I think it is oscillating, no? It keeps on oscillating. Okay. F of C11.
Negative, sir.
Negative. Right half. Midpoint.
0.5388.
888. Fourth decimal.
Yes, sir.
5888, huh?
Yes, sir.
So now you can see 3 decimals are equal in 2 consecutive approximations. So okay, we need to be patient enough, okay, to reach to the desired level of accuracy. Okay. Now you say the last obtained value is going to be the approximate root.
Sir,
Hmm.
in exam they will even give till 4 decimals, sir.
Hmm.
In exam they will even give till 4 decimals.
I'll come back to that. Let me complete the conclusion. E power x into sin x equal to 1 is 0.5888 corrected to 3 decimals. Corrected to 3 decimals. Okay. First of all, did you understand this whole procedure? So it is just similar to that of the previous problem. So initially we selected in an interval where the root lies. That interval is 0 to 1. We observed that f of 0 is negative and f of 1 is positive. So we took 0 1 as an initial interval and we keep on bisecting the intervals, okay, till we reach to the desired level of accuracy. Okay. So we took 12 iterations to get 3 decimal place of accuracy. And if it is asked to give only 2 decimal place of accuracy, it will take only 8 iterations. In 8 iterations you will get 2 decimal place of accuracy. So in that case 0.5899 is the approximate root corrected to 2 decimals. Okay. So suppose if somebody asks to find out the root correct to 4 decimals, so in that case how many decimals you have to fix in your calculator? You place at least one more decimal than the desired level of accuracy. If you're asked to give the calculations rounding to 4 decimals, you fix the number of decimals to 5 or 6, anything more than 4. Okay. If 3 decimal place of accuracy is given, is asked, at least 4 decimals you fix. Okay. 4 decimals or 5 decimals. In this case, by default we fixed the number of decimals to 4. That is working for us. Okay, and in exams you may be asked to round to 4 decimals also, not for bisection method but for some other method. As you see, bisection method is taking more number of iterations to find out higher accuracy. Okay, so it is somewhat a slow process. There are some other methods which will give you the approximate root with high accuracy in less number of iterations, that we are going to see. Okay, so in bisection method, by default, if the number of decimals are not asked, by default you give the answer corrected to 2 decimals only. In bisection method, by default you give the answer corrected to 2 decimals. If it is given in the problem, if it is specified in the problem, then you do the calculations till that accuracy is reached. Is that fine?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, so this is all about bisection method. Okay, so now can you take 2 more problems as homework? Note down this problem. Find an approximate root of x cube minus 4x plus 1 equal to 0. Find an approximate root of x cube minus 4x plus 1 equal to 0, corrected to 2 decimals. Corrected to 2 decimals using bisection method. Corrected to 2 decimals using bisection method. Did you copy? Okay. Next one.
Sir.
X cube minus 4x plus 1 equal to 0. Okay. Corrected to 2 decimals. Next homework problem is this one. X into e power x minus 2 equal to 0. X into e power x minus 2 equal to 0, corrected to 3 decimals. X e power minus 2 equal to 0, corrected to 3 decimals using bisection method. Is that fine?